Better early than never. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to an early edition of the Favorite Podcast.
Riffin with Griffin, yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah,
Riffin with Griffin.
Riffin with Griffin.
Griffin, yeah.
Whoa, whoa.
Riffin with Griffin, baby.
What's up, y'all? I'm going out of town tomorrow. Gonna be in Nashville, so make sure you check me out if you're in the Nashville area. So I gotta do my podcast today. And the submarine is lost at sea. You know, it's crazy looking for the Titanic. There's a lot of AI phobia going on right now. People are really scared and warning of AI. So let's see what's going on with that. Crazy NBA trade. Black Mirror is back. Let's talk about that. Oh, Riffin with Griffin.
Griffin, yeah.
Whoa, whoa. Yeah, yeah. All right, y'all. Welcome back to Riffin. Welcome back to Riffin with Griffin, y'all. I know you're wondering, like, what's going on? It's real late. It's like 11 p.m. on the West Coast. But I'm going out of town tomorrow, so I have to do I was going to do my podcast tomorrow from the hotel, but I thought to myself, why am I doing that to myself? That's going to be terrible. So I'm doing my podcast now. So I'm going to be in Nashville tomorrow, Huntsville on the weekend. So if you're in Alabama and Huntsville, come check me out. Tickets still available. And tomorrow, one night only in Nashville. So if you know anybody in Nashville or if you're in Nashville, come check me out there, guys. As you know, let's see. Make sure you subscribe. You hit the subscribe button and the notification. Then anytime I go live like this or I post a video, you're going to see it. I'm on Twitch daily, Erik Griffin Gaming. I might even go on after I do my podcast. Support me. Patreon. You could be a sub on Twitch. You could be a YouTube member. You could buy some merch. Anything you want to do to help support the show will be appreciated. So thank you very much for being a part of Riffin with Griffin. Anyways, yeah, man, I'm going out of town. I'm going to go to, again, Nashville, going to be in Huntsville. Next week, I'm going to be in Arlington, Texas. So check me out there if you're in the Arlington, Texas, Dallas area. I'm going to be at that club. They have two clubs sort of in the same area. So I'm going to be at the Arlington Improv. So make sure you check me out next week for that. But again, tomorrow night, Nashville. So what's up, y'all? Welcome everybody that's in the chat. Thank you for being here live. For all you people that are late and everybody that's like, you're just like, what's going on, Griffin? Yeah, whatever. This is how we do it. If you haven't been here before, this is, I just riff with Griff. I talk about all different types of things, sports, entertainment, news. Sometimes I'm serious. Sometimes I'm retrospective. Sometimes I'm hilarious, but I'm always 100% me. For people that have been here before, thank you for being back. So it is what it is. We'll get into comments and stuff, but let's see what's going on. I have some big news coming, but I'm going to wait on that in the coming weeks, probably next week. Big announcement next week on Riffin with Griffin. So make sure you guys stick around for that. Hello, everybody in the chat. I appreciate you being here. Are you late people that are up late? I don't know what the hell you're doing on so late, but thanks for being here. So wait, my phone and my everything went to sleep mode. So let me just take that off for right now. Keep us awake. I love how the Apple universe is connected. Your phone, like I love on the iPhone that if I copy something on my Mac, I could paste it on my phone or my iPad, so the universe is pretty connected. I really love that. What's going on? I don't know what I want to talk about. I don't normally like talking about this kind of stuff, but I just thought it's actually kind of funny, so I kind of want to talk about it. Even though I know what you guys are going to say. Some of you guys could be like, Griffin, don't read comments, forget the trolls. But this is just it's funny to me. So Rachel's watching TV a few weeks back, and she's watching some movie. right? And I don't normally talk about this, but she talked about it. So I said, okay, fine. If you want to talk about it, we talk about it, you know. So she's watching a movie and she goes on Instagram and makes a video, and she says on the video, on the movie she's watching, the girl works at Target. So Rachel, in her video, she's like, yeah, I relate to her because I work at Target. So I don't talk about this a lot, but Rachel works at Target. She's worked at Target for years. She's actually the visual merchandiser for one of the stores. She always wanted to go into visual merchandising because it's like when it's like fashion and art, that kind of thing. So then, you know, she's the one that like sets up the displays and puts things where they're supposed to go. And there's only one visual merchandiser for each store, you know. And then she's getting her experience at Target to, if she wants to go and do it at other stores, either like, you know, Neiman Marcus or some fancier brand or something like that. But you know, Target's a great store. It's got great benefits, and it's easy. I mean, she enjoys doing it. She don't got to do it. She do it because she wants to do it. You know, she wants her own money, wants her own thing. You know. So anyway, it's funny. So then there's this troll who's like, dude, why do you have your girl working at Target? Right? And I just thought it was like, and then he made some video or something like that, and then like Rachel saw it, tagged her or something like that. So we're sitting on the couch laughing about it because she's like, oh, so I'm not allowed to have my own career. I'm not allowed to want to have my own profession and do what I want to do. Like, what am I supposed to do? And it's just like, it's just, that's such a weird mentality, but that's what's out there in the universe. You know what I mean? So it's just funny that all that I've dealt with when it comes to Rachel on the podcast, in the comments, attacking me all the time. So first you guys are like, she's a gold digger. You know, that's the first thing they say. You know, they'll be like, oh man, you know, the only reason why she's with you, right? Even though she's had a job for a long ass time, you know, pays for a lot of, like, she's the one that gets all our like, it doesn't matter what she uses, you know. And again, she don't gotta work. I always tell her, if there's any nonsense at work, you can just walk out of there. So if you want to leave, but if you don't, you know, keep it. And then, you know, anyways, my point is, it's just like the lonely souls out there that think it's an insult to ask me, hey bro, why is your girl working at Target? Because she likes making money. Because she, you know, it's what she likes to do. So I'm just saying, like, all of y'all, you know, any of the 2 or 3 ladies that are watching the show regularly, and I appreciate you guys, you know, don't let dudes like this make you feel like any which way. Whatever job you guys have, whatever, you know, people can disrespect it all they want. All it is like, if you have purpose, if you feel like you are doing something worthwhile for yourself, don't let anybody make you feel bad about it, you know, because I don't feel bad about it. Didn't normally talk about it because it's like, you know, you don't want people walking around Target now like, oh, is that oh shit, is that Erik Griffin's wife over there? Well, you know, it's like that becomes a situation. So it's one of the reasons, but the only reason why I talk about it now is because she talked about it, you know. So, and it's like no embarrassment at all. It's just more about like just being private, you know what I mean? But anyways, I'm proud of my lady. You know, if that's what she wants to do, I support her in her journey. So if she wants to, you know, and again, it's a great position. There's only one visual merchandiser in every store, and she's one of them. So to all you hater trolls out there, if you're wondering why my girl works at Target, that's why, because she loves it. You know what I mean? And the discount is great too. Get a good ass Target discount. And then it's great because when you the Target husband, you get to like, I get like a little code myself so I can go on the Target app and I can like order stuff. It's hilarious. So I'm sorry to the trolls out there who think that, oh, you were hurting my feelings. No, I just want to support her because I just don't appreciate that they're hitting her up about it. You know what I mean? But that's just the nature of trolls. So I just support all you people out there, whatever you do, you know, having purpose and having, like, no matter how big or how small the job is, as long as you enjoy it, as long as you're worthwhile and it's fulfilling to you, do your thing. Somebody said, I wasn't aware women watch this show. Yeah, man, I'm cute as hell. That's why they watch. Another question in the chat here, because I'm going to go into comments, is Jen to Jen coming back? I think so. I was talking to Matt about it. He's just very busy, and it's just like, it didn't, you know, if I'm having an honest conversation about Jen to Jen, it's like, the thing is, it's like, Matt is the sweetest kid in the world. He works really hard. He wants to be a big time actor, and, you know, he was on the ground floor of the social media craze. Like, you know, he was right there with all the, like, MagCon guys. What's his name? That was dating Cabela, whatever her name. What's the guy? Oh, why am I forgetting his name? Anyway, he was a part of that huge thing where they went on tour and, like, you know what I mean? And girls were just coming to visit them and coming to see them and being like, oh my God, I can't believe this. So, you know, I think that podcasting is different, you know, and I think that was part of, he wanted to get into the podcast world. It just didn't translate the way we wanted it to. I didn't think it was going to translate that like that. You know, it's like, if you're, you know, whatever his fan base is, they may not want to listen to him for an hour. They may not want to listen to him and I for an hour too. Like, oh, who's this old guy with you? But I think it's a great concept. I still believe in it. So we might add a third person to have, like, all, like, 3 different generations, but look out for it. You know, you try, it doesn't work. It doesn't work the way you want it. And you want, you know, you rebrand and you try again. So look out for Jen to Jen. I do see us coming back. Anyways, somebody said, I still can't believe you married Jeremiah Watkins. That's actually, like, I don't know if you're trying to be funny or if you're trying to be rude and disrespectful. So that's actually well done. When you can't tell, that's when it's like, ooh, chef's kiss on that one. All right, let's go to some comments from the channel. Let's go to some comments on the channel here. Okay, so somebody said, like, here's a rude comment. Mark Venice, whatever. Hey, Dr. Doolittle, don't ever shave that rug. That's your personality. It's like, wow, it's just a rude day. Let's see. The canceled channel. Oh, the canceled channel. They have, like, a Instagram, I think. They're always hitting me up. This is totally me and my girlfriend's entire relationship. It was like a video of Rachel and I. Charlotte 1704. Here's another Matt Rife comment. 4 years later, after this, you know, being on my podcast, he has 4.6 million followers on Instagram and a world tour that's completely sold out. I mean, it's crazy, right? Matt Rife he broke TikTok. Not TikTok, Ticketmaster. And I'm actually going to go, I'm going to go do some shows with Matt. I'm going to go on part of his tour. I think I'm going to go to Ohio and, like, a couple other places to be with him. Probably do some behind the scenes filming. Let's see what else we got here. Let me see if I got some comments from some of our newer episodes. Let's see here. I had it marked, but now I don't see it. Yeah, well, it's not. Wow, this is so funny how people are going back. So, Pork Chop Express. This is from my 11th episode, which was riffing with the Lee brothers. You know, fun times way back then. Probably my biggest episodes are the 2 episodes with Bobby and Steve. It said, man, this needs to be a weekly podcast with these three, just reviewing movies, games, and UFC fights. That would be so funny and great. Yeah, it probably would, but, it's never going to happen. I got them to come 2 times, and then that's the end of it. So it was fun. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, people love commenting on those episodes. Let's see here what we got here. Darren Perez, I think. Dog, I love this man. All right, I like it. Thank you. Let's see. Love ya. Yep. Cold turkey for COD isn't that bad. Yeah, I think the new Call of Duty is pretty good. So last week I was talking about this whole Nick Merckx, the big streamer, and how he got into this sort of controversy with Activision. And, I just think I said last week, I think there just needs to be some conversation about all of this. That's just, so, but that being said, I'm not going to erase the game like Dr. Disrespected. I'm actually enjoying this new season. They finally raised the time to kill, the TTK in the game. So it's real fun. They got this new map. So I'm really enjoying it, but I'm not giving Call of Duty credit. Because Warzone 1, when it ended, this was the TTK. It was 2 maps that we really love to play. So you're not going to get credit for taking that away and then bringing it back later. That's like you giving me a pizza and then you take the pepperoni off of it for 9 months. And then you put the pepperoni back on and you want me to be like, oh, wow, pepperoni on the pizza. It's like, no, man, you shouldn't have taken the shit off in the first place. This company sucks. Guys are arrogant. You know what it is? I really believe that it is the game makers are just arrogant. They come up with these games, then they put it out. And then everybody's like, this sucks. And they're like, oh, you think it sucks? And then they just make a bunch of dumb choices until, everybody keeps complaining. And then they finally do the changes that we've been asking for from the beginning. It's like, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. The real Chris James said title sucked me in about that episode last week. Anyways, all right. So thanks for all your comments. If you want to, do a comment, I like to read the YouTube comments. I appreciate everybody that contributes to the show, and thanks for being here, guys. Oh yeah, that's right. Secret Invasion is dropping today. Speaking of something that dropped, dude, I don't know if you guys are watching the new Black Mirror, man. The new Black Mirror is just, I love it. I don't know if you guys have anybody's watching Black Mirror. If you know what Black Mirror is about, I don't know if you remember in the first season of Black Mirror, it was all about like what's happening with technology and how it can affect our lives. Some of the things that they were in those early Black Mirror episodes, are actually sort of happening, So it's just like, it's a real like Twilight Zone Twister type shows. And there was some really good, over the years, there's been some really good episodes of Black Mirror. But this new season, it's only 5 episodes, I believe. Yeah, I believe it's only 5 episodes, or is it 6 episodes? Yeah, it's only 5 episodes, and they're pretty good. I mean, I gotta say they're pretty good. So the first one is Joan is Awful, and I'm not gonna do any spoilers, because actually, and I know people always get on me about spoilers, but I'm really not gonna spoil because these are great. This season, a majority of the episodes have a sort of twist, It's a sort of like, you just out of nowhere, you're like, whoa. And I think some of them were pretty good. So if I had to rank these episodes, let me see which ones were my favorite. I'll go with my least favorite, which was the first episode, the Joan is Awful. This sort of satire on Netflix itself, They had this like fake thing called Streamberry, which is supposed to be Netflix, And so, and it's kind of like involves AI sort of, So anyways, Joan is Awful. It's got Selma Hayek in it. That one's got the biggest stars in it. I think the most stars in it. It was my least favorite. Yeah, that one was my least favorite. Next one of my least favorite is the last one. Is the Demon 79. Yeah, but it's like a lot of these episodes this season were like sort of like in like done in like one's in the 90s, one's in the 80s, like that kind of thing, you know? But Demon 79, I don't know if you guys saw it, is my second least favorite of the episodes. Yeah, you know, I don't know. It was good though, you know, like the people in it were good. The story, it wasn't enough for me. I don't know. It just didn't grab me the way, but it's great. I mean, I don't want to trash it. You know, I'm not trying to trash it, but it is what it is. And then my third favorite. Now this is because it's 5, so this is the middle one. Was Beyond the Sea. And that one was with Aaron Paul, Josh Hartnett. This one is in an alternate 1969, 2 men on a perilous high-tech mission wrestle with the consequences of unimaginable tragedy. So this one is like a real slow burn, I will say. That's a real slow burn, that one. But it's well done and well acted, and it's like that one could have been called Oof. You know what I mean? You know when you watch something you just go oof. Yeah. So Beyond the Sea was my third favorite, and then my number 2 on the list, man, of the second favorite one, and this was a toss up, but my second favorite one was Maisie Day. And it's about a paparazzi. It's about perspective of the paparazzi photographers back in, I believe, like it seems like it's in like the 90s, you know, and when taking pictures for magazines and stuff like that was a big deal, and they were very intrusive and like you know what I mean. But like what happens in that episode, man, I was like, what? You know, like I didn't even think it was gonna go there. Like, and that's what I loved about it. That's what I really appreciated about that episode, Maisie Day. Is that went to a place I had no thought it was going to go there. So that was really good. That one was good. And my favorite episode is this Lock Henry, dude. Oh, man. This is one of the best Black Mirror episodes. Because once again, it just takes you to a place that you're just going to be like, that's what I'll call that episode. That'd be a great name. What if I was the one that named the episodes and it was all based off my emotions? But yeah, man, that one's called Lock Henry. And that one's about a young couple travel to a Scottish town. And they want to make a documentary about, excuse me, it's late. Oh, man, I'm yawning. I'm so sorry. That made everybody yawn. God, I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's, that one's really good. That one is it has everything. Slow burn. Nice ending. It's just, oh man, that's a good one. So, yeah, Rachel's home. You guys need to watch this season of Black Mirror. I think this season of Black Mirror is absolutely fantastic. It's enough. I mean, it's like all the episodes are different, but yet there's a theme worth watching. It's only 5 episodes. They're all long, you know, like little mini movies. Really good stuff. So I give it 8 woo-woos. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah, episode 2 is scary. Lock Henry, Star Girl, if that's really a girl. Yeah, man. Yeah. So, anyways, let me get off this screen now. That is what's going on there. So, yeah, let's get a little, we should get a little NBA talk real quick. So, apparently, the suspension of John Morant has come out, and he's going to be suspended for 25 games, I believe it is. Estimated of a loss of revenue and everything, almost close to $50 million he's going to lose. But, is what it is. And now the thing, though, is he's coming out and saying that gun in the second video was actually a toy gun. But I don't know why. Why come up with that now? Why apologize? Why not, like, as soon as that happened, been like, yo, everybody, like, he could have just went live. Hey, I just want to show everybody that this is not a real gun. I'm so sorry. You know what I mean? Or something like that. Just to go through all this nonsense and then to come out now talking about this is a toy gun. It's just like, I don't know. I didn't appreciate that. But they got this big trade now. So apparently the Washington Wizards are going to send Bradley Beal to the Suns for Shamet, a bunch of picks, and Chris Paul, who they will probably buy out. He'll be waived and bought out of his guaranteed salary, whatever the money he's going to make, and he could go wherever he wants to go, where he can get injured in the playoffs. Yeah, I don't know about this trade. This is another big three for Kevin Durant. So now, like the whole Kevin Durant narrative is just going to keep continuing and continuing. I don't know if these kind of teams can really be good anymore. Like, I don't know if big threes actually really work, depending if you want a chance. Like, I don't know. So you had the first one with Paul Pierce, Kevin Durant, Kevin Garnett, and Ray Allen, right? You had that first big three. They only won one championship, got to a second, never got back. And then you had LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. They went to the championship 4 times. They won it twice. And then you have Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and the Golden State Warriors. I don't even know if they had a big three. I don't think they had a big three. I think that was and I think that's why they were so dominant. That's why they won the way they did. Because I wouldn't necessarily call that a big three. That was homegrown, drafted players on the Golden State Warriors, and they added a superstar, and it just wrecked the balance of power. So they won 2 championships. Could have been 3, but people got injured. And now then you had Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, James Harden, failure. Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, failure. They didn't win. Now you got this one. You have we can count AD, LeBron James, Russell Westbrook. That was a failure. And now we're going to have Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, James Harden. I'm sorry. What's his name? It's late. I'm forgetting people's name. The light skin from Phoenix, Devin Booker. I don't know. It didn't work last year with Chris Paul, but that wasn't necessarily a big three because Chris Paul's 38 years old. So I don't know if this is going to work. They're going to be way over the salary cap. They're probably going to trade Ayton just to get more players. I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's going to work. It doesn't. Ugh, you know what I mean? Who's gonna not shoot? Those 3 guys need the ball in their hands at all times. Who knows? They need role players. They're gonna need defense. They're gonna need size because they can't pay $8 and $36 million and then not have a team. They only got 5 players signed to the team right now. It's crazy. So we'll see. So, anyways. That's my weird NBA news for today. Let's go to some of these Instagram stories, man, because some of them are just there's some weird shit going on in the world right now, man, and I want to talk about it. So let me go to my saved Riffing with Griffin topics, I call it. So this is a big story that's going on right now, man. This is like a real big story. This I don't know if you guys heard about this, but there's like a submarine. So there's like a submarine that goes and does a tour of the Titanic. It's missing, and one of the people on the submarine is, this British billionaire, Hamish Harding, among the missing on the Titanic tour submarine. Do you guys feel the irony of this? Like the irony of a billionaire is on a vessel that is sinking the same place as the Titanic. Like there was a bunch of rich people on the Titanic, and then they just vanished. Like they just sunk and they're dead. They're gone. And now this British billionaire is in this submarine. Like, oh man, I hope they find them, because how terrible of a death that would be. So they've already calculated that they only have a certain number of air. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Of air left, And so in this part of the story, it says the U.S. Coast Guard has detected underwater noises in their search for missing Titanic submarine. Like, what a way to, like, I don't know what you're thinking. You're in this submarine, you think you're king of the world, and then something goes wrong, and then you're sitting here next to the Titanic. Like, that's got to be the most frightening thing ever. My thoughts and prayers go out to their families and these people in there. And if it doesn't work out, I hope it's not a miserable death, but it probably will be. You know what I mean? I mean, how can that not be the most awful thing ever? Ugh, I hate even thinking about it, right? So that's just what's going on right now. So apparently, I'm sure they're banging on the thing. Whoever the captain of that submarine's got to be down there. Like, all right, everybody, calm down. Let's not breathe too much. Stop talking. Let's not panic. It's like we need to be calm until we get rescued. It's like, oh my God. I mean, maybe don't do this. You know what I mean? Like maybe don't be down in a submarine. I don't know. I really don't know how to feel about it. All right, what else? I wanted to see this. Like, remember that I had a story where I was talking about tennis balls. How no one ever bought tennis balls, because this is the kind of thing that would happen. Free tennis balls get left on beach to honor the goodest of good boys. Like, these are like what I'm saying. There's like tennis balls, just a box of tennis balls someone bought or whatever, and they just left them there. This is how we got tennis balls when we were a kid, man. They're just around. Now, here is crazy story in tech news, man. I love talking about this tech stuff, man. I almost want to do like a separate podcast that's just about technology. But this is crazy. And I don't even know if this is real, right? But scientists have created the first synthetic human embryo. Like what? Where are we going next with all of this? So it says scientists have created a synthetic human embryo using stem cells and groundbreaking advances that sidestep the need for eggs or sperm. Like what? Like this is like what the AI are going to take over. This is the Matrix. The Matrix is just going to make people the way, in their own likeness or something, or like perfect. I don't even know what the future is going to bring right now, but this is the future, man. Technology is here and it's mind blowing, and we don't know what the hell is going on. Scientists say these model embryos, which resemble those in the earliest stages of human development, could provide a crucial window on the impact of genetic disorders and the biological causes of recurrent miscarriages. So there's part of you that might be like a traditionalist, and maybe you're like, oh my God, science is the devil and it's doing too much, to the extreme, and then to the other end of like, wow, with this kind of technology, are we going to cure cancer? Can we grow back limbs? Can people have like heart transplants to get healthy hearts, healthy lungs, create blood that is like your blood, create like, fix eyes, fix hearing, you know what I mean? Think of all the good that can probably come from technology like this. But like we're so knee deep in our heads in movies and sci-fi that all we think of is like it's going to be like Avatar, and it's just going to be all evil all the time. So I don't know, man. It's just an interesting thing to think about right now, Like, what does this mean? You know what I mean? All right, so Leonard Rodriguez in the chat right now. Thank you so much for the super chat. He asked me, Griff, what do you think about Draymond? Do you think he's worth anything? Because he might be the most overrated player in the league. I don't know, man. I disagree with you there. Just to get back to basketball for a second, sometimes you have a piece in a puzzle that is a very important piece. Not a big piece, but it's a piece that completes the puzzle. By all accounts from his teammates and everybody that's played with him, he's the heart and soul of that team, the leader, the defensive anchor, his skill set. Like, listen, if the Cleveland Cavaliers don't come back from 3-1, if they don't come back, Draymond Green was on his way to be the finals MVP that year. He was playing that good. So I think that this is going to be his last big contract. So, he deserves the money, man. I mean, basketball is more than just flashiness because, you might name a player that you think, oh, that player looks better aesthetically. He shoots better, jumps higher, but that person don't have any rings. It's like, is Zion Williams better than Draymond Green? Physically, talent, youth, yeah. But what is it doing? Nothing. So it's what you do with the talent and how you interact with everyone else. So anyways, so there goes that. Oh, I remember a story I wanted to talk about. I just got to find it. Let me see. It's this thing about Pete Davidson and PETA, I don't know if you guys saw this. Here we go. So Pete Davidson, he left an unhinged voicemail message. He sent a message. He sent a voicemail message to PETA saying, fuck you and suck my dick. Because apparently, he bought a dog. Yeah. So he bought this dog and it's supposedly a, hypoallergenic dog, which PETA says doesn't really exist. That's just something dog breeders say to make dumb rich people buy expensive dogs. But all dogs have hair and dander and all this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And so they're mad because they're like, hey, you should have adopt a dog instead, right? And this is let me see. Can we hear the voicemail? Let's see. Wait. Oh, there's some, I don't want to hear that. There's a commercial for it first. Commercial before they play it. Here's my problem with this. Okay. So Pete's saying yo, you should have got a rescue. You should have went down to the pound. And Pete Davidson is I love Pete. I know Pete. He's another young famous dude that at one point at a time we did a show together, and it is what it is. Anyways, my problem with this is not everything should be on the internet. You know what I mean? I'm actually with PETA on this. It's you have this really famous person who has all these people who he's with taking pictures of being hey, we got this dog and it's so cute. And PETA's out here yo, man, go to the pound and get one of these rescues. There's actually these hypoallergenic dogs at the pound too. And that's what their point was. And so he was so mad about it. And he sent them a message and they recorded the voicemail and they played it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just feel like the issue with this is the internet. The issue with this is you don't have to share everything with everyone. Just go live your life. And sometimes stuff can just stay private, and I'm not coming to Beijing. So, you never know though. I know somebody in chat asked me, are you coming to Beijing? Can you imagine me in Beijing? So I don't know. I just feel not everything you put needs to be online, because once it goes online, then you're open to criticism and stuff like that. That's what I always talk about. That's what I'm saying about the podcast. you put your information out there, whatever, then people just attack you. So sometimes you pick and choose what you want to put out there. It's weird on like when you're doing a podcast like this because it's so personal, or you guys think it's so personal, like that you think you know everything about everyone that you listen to on a podcast, but it's like, that's really not the case. Even though we'll probably reveal more than we should. But, in a case like that, it's like, hey, you're getting a dog. There's a whole thing about dogs. So maybe it's like, let's just keep this private. We don't need everybody to know this. You know what I mean? So that's just, I remember I wanted to talk about that before, when it actually happened, So, all right. It's not going to be a long episode today, guys, because like I said, I have to go out of town. I'm going to be in Nashville tomorrow, and I'm going to be in Huntsville for the weekend. So anybody out there, check it out. So there's this website called AI News, right? And, people are like, this is like a real thing that all over the world, people are really scared of AI, man. So the UK will host a global AI summit to address potential risks. These are just some of the headlines. AI task force advised AI will threaten humans in 2 years. Like, damn. AI leaders warn about risks of extinction in open letter. How AI powers a next-gen answer engine. No, that's not the one. Meta open source speech AI models support over 100. Some of the stories are good. Beijing launches campaign against AI-generated misinformation. I mean, these are like, a lot of the stories are about like, yo, AI is going to be the end of humanity. And so it's like, man, I mean, it's just crazy thought process. This is like, I keep talking about this, but it's like, what is the thing, that new big technology that's going to come out, that's going to wow us and change our world? I didn't know what it was going to be, but it's this. It's AI, y'all. It's AI. And a lot of smart people are really afraid of it, but I don't know what their motivation is. I don't know what their motivation is. Is it like, if we can have AI do things, like if computers, like you would think that it would bring the cost of things down, right? So let's say that manufacturing a car. Like if robots are manufacturing cars, if the whole place is automated, what they charging $100,000 for? Then they doing that just to, like, what's the upkeep? What's the maintenance? What's the, like, you don't have to, there's no union. There's no having to pay, pensions. If you don't have to do all that, you could probably make the same amount of money you would make, and the cost to human beings could be cheaper. I mean, let's hope that that's the direction it goes in. But right now, I don't think that's going to happen. Like right now, I think it's going to be still a lot of greedy shit going on, and that's going to be our downfall. It's not going to be AI. It's going to be how we implement it, how we use it, and how we take advantage of everything that's, everything that's happening. Anyways, I think that's good. Nice, short, and sweet episode this week of Riffing with Griffin. Oh, wait, you know what? I did have one more story. Let me just do one more story, because this I thought was hilarious. Last story, and then we'll be done with Riffing with Griffin for this week. There's now an over-the-counter gel for erectile dysfunction. Just a gel now. No pills. So you just squirt and what? Just rub it on? And then, I mean, I don't even know what to say about this. So this is like stimulating you. Like, man, is this the most advanced thing that we've come up with? Is it AI or is it the dick gel? Like, what is coming next? So the Food and Drug Administration authorized the marketing of the first ever over-the-counter topical gel for erectile dysfunction to be sold in the U.S., developed by a company, Futura Medical. In clinical trials, the gel worked within minutes, and its effectiveness was comparable to prescription strength pills. There were so many side effects to these pills, like Viagra and stuff like that. There's so many side effects to hint, like the generic, all those Viagra and all those whatever the other pills. There's a lot of really crazy side effects. There's actually a lot. You can have a heart attack. There's like a lot of different things. So they've come out with this like gel, but I don't know what the side effects are, because you feel like if you're putting some lotion on your dick, is it gonna like is one of the side effects your dick just swells up or something? Well, that's probably what you want. I don't even know, right? Maybe it swells up and gets red. Like what happens? I don't know. Yeah. And see, someone's asking, this is a fair question. So if you're putting this gel on your dick and it's fixing the stimulation, then when you put this inside whatever if a woman, if that's your thing, is it making her pussy expand? Like, what happens? Like, if you have an anal with someone, does their butthole, like, what happens to their butthole? I don't know. You know what? It's too late to be talking about this. Somebody in the chat just got here. What did I just log into? There's a new over-the-counter gel for erectile dysfunction for the people that just got here. And I'm just curious, is like, once you put it on, do you then wipe it off? Because, like, is it going to have an effect on whoever because the point of doing this is to have sex with someone, right? I don't know. It's like, that's probably a thing too. Like, it's like, what if somebody did that and then they gave somebody oral and then their tongue swole up, I don't know. Like, what's next? So anyways, you just got here, start over. Well, you know what? We're going to end with that because that's like weird ending discussion. It's like midnight and I am tired, but I got to put my podcast out, Again, I was going to do it on the road, but I was like, you know what? Let me just do it now so I'm not all freaking, because I'm always like so upset when I travel. It sucks because it even's gonna suck tomorrow. But I'm gonna be in Nashville tomorrow, Huntsville on the weekend. Make sure you guys check that out. You know what I mean? So we do a little late night riffing, Griffin. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, y'all. You never know when we go live. Strive to stay alive. My fans like the beehive. I'm in the pool, I take a dive. Thank you for watching Watch Black Mirror. It was good. Don't be afraid. Love we will stay alive. Thank you for watching Riffing. All right, y'all. Cool, mellow sounds of Riffing with Griffin. And we're going to end it with that. Thank you for watching. Make sure you come next week. Once again, I'm always on Twitch. You can support on Patreon. Or you can subscribe. You know what I mean? Be a YouTube member. Just do what you got to do. And you do it Erectile dysfunction jam. We don't know what it's gonna do when I enter you. All right, y'all. And I'll see you next week. Riffin with Griffin. Got a big announcement coming next week, so stay tuned. Peace out.